Hey guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to cover off something that I think is really essential when it comes down to you being a conscious manifester. On this channel, I do use tarot, and I also integrate law of assumption or universal law manifesting techniques. And this is something that's coming up a lot in my private sessions. And also I can see a lot of people that are feeling like a lot of desperation in terms of trying to get results in their physical. And the topic of today's video is you are the validation. So I hope by the end of this video, you're going to understand that your desire is complete, that your entire physical experience is everything is dictated through you, through your awareness of being, your consciousness, and that actually you don't need to be looking outside for any validation, and that is when you're going to get the validation. And I really hope this is going to cut short all of this waiting or this sense of not having or desperation when it comes to you, say, looking for techniques or applying techniques, etc. So one of the most powerful truths when it comes to, say, manifesting anything or manifesting a specific person or your dream reality or a preferred version of your person, right? Drawing that into your reality, having it reflected back to you in your reality. And guys, if you're new here, I'll link up a playlist so you can understand a little bit more about the foundations of conscious manifesting. But let's get to it. You are the validation, guys. And until you grasp that, until you live from that level of awareness, you're going to keep unconsciously looking outside of yourself for evidence or confirmation. And what do we mean when we say consciousness or conscious manifesting? Basically, essentially, you are all of it. You are the commander of your reality or the God of your reality. I've said that a number of times, and I've also said that you can only experience anything through an identity or who you're aware of being or what you're aware of having or not having. You have the final say because you actually encompass everything, and you get to choose and select experiences through you. Okay, so for something to be true, you must stop seeking the validation. You know, that's the craziest part. So as soon as you do stop seeking validation and you know that the decision itself is you drawing an experience from your level of consciousness, your awareness, you know, you deciding something because it is true for you, is when it's going to show up. And stop looking for the outside to validate you. That is the key to you actually getting what you want. This whole trying to manifest, guys, and I see this a lot in my comments, and I think this is also rife, like maybe in the manifesting community, or even in, you know, the tarot community and the people that come to me that don't know much about conscious manifesting. Everything you're selecting as an experience exists in the now and is done from the moment you say so. Before we're aware or we're conscious, we're unconsciously selecting experiences moment by moment. There is no continuum moment by moment. So the fact of the matter is, once you've made a decision that you have something, you are the validation. Your decision is the validation. Now, the only reason we're doing techniques, etc., is to get us to dwell in the acceptance of the truth of having something that we already have, because you encompass everything. You are everything. You are consciousness. Okay, guys? So, and then you can only physically experience something because you have an identity or a state that you embody. Check out my last video about infinite states, infinite realities, and why circumstances don't matter. So there are all versions of realities that are in existence, and you're plucking from any version of any reality or any version of a person the experience you would like to have with them, and they are your mirror. They're going to reflect you and what you assume to be true and what you're selecting, and you are the validation. They're literally just reflecting back to you what you have decided, what you assume to be true. There is no continuum. There is no what happened before, I need to see that that has changed, or there is no I've made a decision, I need the validation, looking back to the 3D for proof of the desire. Again, guys, it is ass backwards. If you are dwelling in a state which exists right now from the moment you've made the decision, because you are everything, you have everything through you. If you are in the state of having a person or a version of a person, then you wouldn't need validation outside of you. You understand, you wouldn't be aware of not having it. You can't be in two states. You can't be in the state of having someone and not having someone. So you are connected to everything through source. You are everything as source energy, okay, guys? You are beyond, I've spoken about this on other videos, beyond the identity that you believe yourself to be. You are source. You are everything, and everything on the outside is a reflection of you. Okay, you're like the observer, observing the observed, which is your identity. And then through that identity, you're like commanding your reality through your thoughts, through your assumptions, and what you're plucking out of the infinite experiences. So now that you're conscious, you make a decision to have an experience. From that moment, you've plucked that out of the infinite realities and the infinite potentials and experiences. And it is done from the moment you say it is. And the reason why we continue to do techniques or affirm something is to accept that truth as true, because it is true. Okay, it is done. It is something that you already have. You have it through you. You are the validation, guys. So, you know, moment by moment by moment, if we keep bringing back into awareness past experiences or perceptions, because past, present, and future is all overlapping, guys. A memory or an old perception of something, you're just bringing it into the now, or the perception that you don't have something, well, that is your experience. That is your awareness, guys. So then that is your reality. And this is where you are continuously looking for outside validation and saying you don't have something, but you have something. You have it from the moment that you made the decision, because you are it. Okay, so I say in all my readings and content, everything already exists right now. Why do I say that in every reading, guys? Because it is the truth. So can you say, I have something right now, and just accept it? Some of you, yes. Some of you, yes. Repetition impresses your subconscious to accept the truth, because your subconscious has no, it's not discriminating. It's not saying what's right, what's wrong, what's true, what's untrue. Your truth is your truth. Your reality is going to reinforce what you assume to be true. If you assume to be that you have to look outside for the validation that you have something, and you're in the awareness of not having it, well, then the truth is that you're going to experience not having it. If it's done, it's done. Okay? If you say it and check and wonder, why isn't it here? Well, then that is your truth in your experience. Your subconscious is just going to keep delivering you more and more validation that your experience is not here. The version of you that has your person just has them from the moment that you've decided, because it exists. It wouldn't come to you if it didn't exist through consciousness. There is no logic, there are no conditions, there are no circumstances, none of that matters. You're gonna have to throw it out the fucking window if you want to experience what you want. Everything you perceive, everything you give awareness to, every meaning you attach to your outer experience, then you're going to keep experiencing that, okay? And you're the one that gets to decide, you know, the meaning. You're allowed to decide the end that you're in, the reality that you're in, the version of you that you're being, and what you would like to experience. And if you continue to attach certain meanings that go contrary to what you desire, or look for validation outside of you that just proves that you don't have what you want, then you continue to experience it. Desire is not a signal that you're missing something, okay? You wanting something is not a signal that you're missing it. It's a sign that you, the eternal you, that is consciousness, has it. You are the validation, you are the proof. The fact that you can think it means that you have it. It exists right now, okay? All we have is the now. Your reality molds to the acceptance of whatever you choose to be true. So if you accept in the now that something is not here, then that is your now. Stop getting thrown around by the 3D, guys. It's expired evidence of old beliefs, thoughts, and assumptions, and you just keep keeping it alive by giving it awareness. So it's just your old identity pushed out. So stop looking for evidence and reinforcement. You're just getting revalidation constantly of you not having what you want. So step into the version of you that has what you want. That's it, full stop, period, because you said so, okay? No questions, no doubts, no fears, all right? And do this with confidence, with the knowing that you already are everything and you have everything, because it's the truth, okay? And that will be shown to you in evidence in your physical. Everything must move for you. It is the truth. You are the validation, all right? And that is how it's always been. If you accept in the now that something is here, then that is your now. It is whatever you say it is, guys, okay? So the version of you that has it, which is already in existence, okay? The identity, you're not calling it in, okay? You're just aligning with it, and you're selecting that experience and you're accepting it as true. And the entire world and everything rearranges according to you. So if you want something, your only job is to know that your desire and the acceptance and allowance of yourself to experience that desire is enough to say, I want it, okay, I've got it, period. If you want to do techniques, I would say, besides reinforcing that, I want it, I've got it, you can do the techniques, you can do the affirmations or the visualizations, but it is for the purpose of you dwelling in that knowingness, okay, as the God of your reality, as the eternal consciousness, the eternal being of all that you can imagine, all right? You are the validation, full stop, that's it, okay? It is whatever you say it is, guys. That is universal law or law of assumption or whatever, okay? You are that I am. You are in the identity that has what you want, full stop, right now, in this very moment, full stop, okay? Or it is whatever you say it is. If you say you don't have it or you're waiting, then you don't have it or you're waiting. If you say your person is shit, they're shit. If you say your person doesn't want you, or you have all these conditions or circumstances you think are maybe roadblocks or it's going to take time, then it is. But moment by moment, there is no continuum. This is how you could actually create a quantum leap and get something faster than what you would imagine to materialize. All you would need to do is accept that it is now and be in that end without questioning, because you are the one that is deciding everything, and whatever you assume to be true will be shown to you on the outside. Okay, guys? So not even your person, nobody outside of you is punishing you because you seem to be affirming a lot and feeling like something is not delivered. That's just a mirror that you are assigning meaning outside of you, or looking for validation outside of you that something is not there. When really, okay, you know, it's already there because you've made the decision. So there are a few, let's go through a few real world examples. Example one, specific person hasn't texted you back. If you find that and you're focusing and that's in your awareness, you're not in the awareness of a person that is with your specific person. So you you spiral. You say, they're ignoring me, I'm not wanted, it's over. Okay, it is that because that's what you say it is. It is what you say it is, guys. What about giving you other validation and you get to decide? Then you can attach new meaning. If you're in your end and you stick to that end and you don't waver in and out of the being, the identity that decides everything, and it is whatever you say it is. If you decide they're thinking about me, they want me, full stop, because I said so, because it is whatever I say it is, right? And that's the truth. Then that truth will be reflected back to you. They will shift. They will show up. They're not even changing. You've shifted your perspective as the God consciousness living a lived experience, and then so the observer living as the observed in the identity that has it. So with the version of you that says they're texting me constantly, you know, and that's your state, that's your identity, check and say, well, why haven't they texted me? You're in the awareness of someone not texting you, guys. It's literally that simple, okay? The version of you that says I get constant communication isn't even aware of any perceived delay, or how is it going to happen, or why would they want to, or maybe they don't want to because that's not your reality. It's just like, I'm in the reality where I know that I get text from that person or they love me. That's all I'm aware of. I don't need to pay any awareness to anything else other than that, being in that end, which exists now. An end is not something far off, guys, though it could sound like that for some of you that are not familiar with Neville and his teachings. But an end, all ends exist. It's just a state of consciousness. So consciousness, what are you aware of? Who are you aware of being? Okay, so I want to talk about meanings we're attaching to things. If you're aware that you haven't heard from a person and you're wanting them to be more consistent, then it is whatever you say it is. So what about making the assumption right now? Because every moment, there is no continuum, guys, you're shifting all the time. right now in the moment, don't give awareness to the fact that they haven't texted you. Only give awareness to through your consciousness and your imagination, which has all of the potentials. Your focus should only be, they're always texting me. They're so in love with me. They're so consistent. They blow up my phone 24/7 because I'm the operant power, because it is whatever I say it is, full stop, period, point blank. That's it. So when you change, your observation, when you shift out of, old shitty assumptions or meanings you're subscribing to the outside, looking for validation for a decision you've made, then you shifted to a state or an identity that is not having what you want, essentially. Okay, so you need to shift to the identity that assumes differently, because the outside is just going to reflect what you assume, and what you assume should be, I have it, or this is how it is, because it is whatever you say it is. Okay, so another example, you see your SP with someone else, old story, old version of you pushed out or state, they've moved on. They don't want me. Let's look at the preferred story, because it is whatever you say it is. That version of them that I thought that they were from an old state is irrelevant. I'm only aware that everyone in my reality reflects me, and I've already shifted now because I am the decider, and I'm only aware of being the version of me that is wanted by them, and there is nobody else, full stop. There is no third party. I'm all there is. I am their number one. I am their one and only. It is what you say it is, guys. That third party, from that moment you've decided, gone. You don't need the validation. It will be validated. Okay? Or that third party will somehow, there's some total different role that third party has played in this new reality that you've already, or existing reality that you shifted into through that decision, that state. Okay? So your truth is whatever you say, or wherever your focus is, or your observation, or what you keep in your awareness. That is it. Okay, so repeat after me. I am now in the version of me that has that which I desire, because I said so. Because everything is whatever I say it is, because I am everything, full stop, period. That is it, okay? And what I decide, it is true. So therefore, I'm no longer going to keep in my awareness anything contrary to what I have decided. If I say it is so, then it is so, okay? The outside is only going to reflect that. So reality, your 3D, only has the power. You assign it. You don't have to react to an old story, old assumptions or beliefs. Replace it or reselect from the infinite imagination or quantum field, or your total beingness, your I amness, you as the operant power, you as the God of your reality. Select a different version, a different truth, a different meaning. Give your awareness to something else. The outside will catch up to that awareness, because the outside is the reflection of you and your awareness, what you are plucking from the infinite field and materializing in your reality as your reflection. So it's already done right now. Okay, all that matters is the now. If there is a perception of delay, bring yourself back. There is no delay. You have it right now. Oh, I have it, because I have the final say. I'm in the reality where I have it. I'm in the reality where everything is perfect. I am in the reality where everything bends to me, full stop, period. I have it. That's it. If you haven't heard from your person, then you're aware of not hearing from them. Okay, and if you are aware of not hearing from them, then you need to change the meaning of that, because you're now in a state where you hear from them all the time. So you would say, well, they're going to text me. Of course they are, because they always text me. It's mine, done. I don't need to chase it, because chasing it would be needing the validation, and you don't need validation when you're in a state where you're accepting that this is normal for you. Okay? Stop seeking and it will show up. Guys, when you stop chasing the validation, everything that you want, which by the way you already have, because you are infinite, you are limitless, and everything stems through you, then whatever you want just appears, materializes, not as a reward, okay, and not because you've done millions of affirmations or techniques, but as a natural reflection of your state of being, of your state of having, of being fulfilled. Living in the state of the wish fulfilled, as Neville would say, is just accepting that you are there and that you are in the now having something, okay? So asking yourself, do they still care? did I mess it up? Why can't I see change? That's you looking outside of you, right? And outside is reflecting exactly that. That state, that identity, that assumption, those thoughts. Okay? So the outside can only reflect your focus and your awareness. So stop operating from doubt and start living in the moment, in the now, in the knowing that whatever you're selecting in the now, nothing that ever before you perceived is relevant. You shift moment by moment. So what you're selecting in the now, it is done. Dwell in it, live in it, think from it. Techniques are just to get you to think from the end, live from the end being the now. Awareness, don't give awareness to what doesn't serve your state or your end or your being in that end. When I say end, it's just the now, where you have something. It's not a far off timeline. All timelines exist now, but it's you that needs to think from there and be there. That is it. Accept it as true, and it is true. You're not waiting for evidence. You are the evidence. You are the proof. You are the validation. Okay? And once you accept this, this is when it shows up. The crappy evidence that showed up before of you not having what you want, or of having a shitty version of a person, okay, everything was stemming from you and some level of consciousness, guys, some level of awareness, something, the way in which you were perceiving things, okay? So if you want the change, why don't you just have more faith in the evidence that's going to show up now as you make this decision and stick to it, and must support the preferred version of you, the state that you're in, your identity that you're selecting, the experience you're selecting in the now. Why not have more faith in that as your decision to have that? Okay? Unconsciously, you're experiencing something else that you didn't prefer through some kind of a level of awareness, build up of thoughts and the identity you're in. So let it the fuck go. So if I have to have my final say, then I would tell you, your desire exists and is done because you fucking said so. Full stop. What or who you want wants you back a million times more, okay? Because you said so. Right now, it's the truth. Or it wouldn't have even occurred to you. Forget the conditions, forget time, forget circumstances. Time is irrelevant. Everything is in the now. If you keep giving awareness to things that happened or were perceived to have happened before, you're just bringing them into the now, and you're keeping them alive, and you're looking outside and seeing that something is not changing. So declare it to be. You don't have to force anything. I've said this a million times in other videos. You don't have to force anything to change at all. You don't have to beg reality to show you evidence, look for validation, beg your specific person, chase your specific person, okay? You don't need reality to show you evidence that they love you, because in that case, you're probably going to see evidence that they don't, to be honest with you, okay? Because if you don't accept that they love you because you've decided so, they're not going to show you that they love you. Or if you don't accept that they want to talk to you because you decided so, they're just going to show you that, right? So you reassign roles, meanings, etc. through your preferred selected experiences, which all exist in the now. Reality, your mirror, is just going to reinforce that. Full stop. You just need to accept it. I want it, it's mine. I have it because I said so. It's this way because I said so. It is whatever you say it is. Okay, guys? I don't need the 3D to catch up, even though it will. If it feels like a lag, guys, don't focus on the lag, because you need to focus on the now. But everything is materializing and conforming for you. So you're living it, you're being it. The moment you stop checking, the moment you stop doubting, the moment you stop thinking you have to wait, is the living it. You're in that reality, the version of you who already has it. Full stop, period, point blank. Takes away all of this desperation, takes away all of this wavering, takes away all of this looking and thinking that maybe you fucked up and your techniques are not perfect or whatever. You just need to be it. You need to think from that end and stick to that end no matter what. Repeat after me. I am the validation. My desire is the confirmation of it being already done, because it already is. Everything is now, so there is no waiting, because I'm only aware of having what I want because it is mine. I don't wait for proof. I am the proof. I am the one that assigns the meaning, and I always choose the meaning that serves my end, the state of being of having it. Full stop. I get what I want. I have what I want. I have what I want already. I have it right now, because you do. Because you are everything. If you're doing affirmations, which by the way are just like, you know, your daily thoughts as well. So if you're doing a routine, or if you're not doing a routine, it doesn't matter. Whatever your thoughts are running rampant in relation to a specific person or situation, you know, just bring yourself back to what I've said in this video. If you find that you're thinking anything to the contrary, always bring yourself back to, no, it's like this because I said so. Okay, so this is who I am, and I'm everything, and I decide everything, and my end is my end, and I'm in my end. So guys, if you had your person right now, which you do in this moment, or the version you prefer, forgetting all circumstances, conditions, logic, etc., would you ask the tarot? Would you check your phone? Would you look and wonder why they haven't said what you wanted them to say, or where are they, or is it working, is it not working, or would you be thinking about time? Would you be going back to some bullshit they said to you or did in a version of reality you're no longer in, which by the way, then you're just bringing back into the now and re-experiencing? No, you wouldn't. Your SP who's in love with you right now and committed to you right now, because you assume so and that is the truth, well, you would expect that they're blowing up your phone nonstop right now. Why? Because it's what you say it is. Rinse and repeat, guys. That's your approach. That should be your approach, regardless of whether you're going to be doing lots of affirmations and repetition and visualization. Do whatever the fuck you feel feels good for you, but you need to always bring it back to that. It is because I said so. It is because I said so. And that is your natural assumption. Your core belief should be, it is whatever I say it is. It's already mine because it is what I say. Okay? Because I am the validation. Your specific person, love, commitment, consistency. You're not here to earn it. You are it. You are everything. And if you're it, your SP is too, because they're just you push out. That's it. Full stop. So just fucking own it. And baby, get it through your head. It is done right now. Period. Okay, it's already done. And guys, if you haven't checked it out yet, I've put together a free guide that is going to help you, to break any unconscious patterns that you might have. Like, just say you are dealing with a specific person and you're doing a lot of back and forth, hot and cold, or you've had regular cycles, like repeated cycles in your love life, and there's a bit of an identity loop going on because I talk about shifting identities, and you keep reacting to circumstances and an old version of you and a person. I'm going to help you get back into your power as the one who decides everything, your God power, get you to shift your identity from waiting, hoping, reacting, etc., to choosing the version of you that has it in the now, and really empowering yourself as the God of your reality. Check out that guide. It's free. It's linked in the description box of my video. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful. You can let me know in the comments. I intend that it helped you guys, and I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will see you in the next one.